Hey YouTubers, it's RC Mike and Brian, and back with you with yet another project. This is a Traxxas slash 4x4. We have ran this quite a bit. We were running it on a clay track, right? And it was pretty fun, but by no means is the Traxxas 4x4 a race truck.
Yeah.
It's more like a play bash truck. If you're gonna race, you want to use something like an SC10 or an SC10 4x4.
And if you are going to race, you might as well race against something like this.
Right, and if you do race this, you want to get in the slash class, and that's where everybody's running the same truck. And if you do that, that's super fun because everybody's going to bash the truck like they stole it, because it's just a fun truck to run, but by no means is it the best truck out there on a track.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something a little different with it. We're going to do some high-speed runs with it. So later today we'll do that. We'll get some video of some high-speed runs. We're going to try to get better than 65 miles an hour. Right now we're doing about 40 miles an hour with a 2-cell LiPo and a brushless motor. In this truck we've got a Castle Creations motor in here. It's a short course motor. It's nothing real special, but it does have plenty of power. A little bit more powerful than the regular Valenian that it came with.
Yeah.
But it's not super powerful. So we're going to run a 2-cell first, and then we'll eventually run a 3-cell. We're going to run the stock tires as long as we can until they fail on us. So we're not sure how well they'll do, but just to give you an idea as the truck in a stock form, how it's going to act at high speeds. We'll have to lower the suspension a little and tweak it a little, but we're going to try to break the 65 mile an hour speed limit with this thing. So we'll see what we get. I anticipate with a 2-cell we might be able to get up to maybe 45 miles an hour, and I think that's probably about as best we can get with that. And then we'll bump it up to a 3-cell and see what this motor here will give us. We might, I'm thinking maybe in the 60 mile an hour range. I'm not sure, but we'll just see what happens. And then once we've outdriven this motor, if we haven't got to where we want to get, we're going to replace that with something a little bigger and try to get this truck past 65 miles an hour. So we'll see you outside.
How's the trim?
That's fine. It's just
Okay, here we are on the street. It is nighttime.
Can you see it?
We could just stand by the side of the road like everybody else, like a bunch of posers with a radar gun, but we don't do it like that.
That's 30.
We've done it like this, followed the car with a car on the street before, but never at night. What you see in the picture there is the car with a couple of red pieces of reflector tape. This road's also basically a dead-end road with nobody on it. It's a little tougher at night, especially on a curvy road. Was this a little more difficult driving it, Brian?
It was probably difficult the first time, but this time it wasn't as difficult, but the darkness definitely made it a little bit more tricky.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's definitely challenging, and in the dark it doesn't look like the car's going very fast, but you can hear us calling out the times on, or the speed I should say, on the video. It's definitely not the easiest thing to do. Hopefully our next run will be on a straighter road.
Should be able to hold it around that.
Little straighter shot.
There you go,
Right
all
now
the
it's
white
at
line.
45 miles an hour. That was as fast as we got it up
45.
to. Our last run was 40.
46.
Like I
that
say,
full?
it doesn't
Yes.
look as fast as it is when you're in the car, but when you're standing alongside the road,
It looks like it's hauling.
yeah, it really flies by.
Yeah.
But when you're just driving behind it,
Twitchy.
it doesn't seem very fast in the video,
No.
but
Yes, I'm
it's
steering
definitely
sensitive.
a
Don't
little
talk.
hair
I'm
raising
trying
when
to
you're
really
driving behind it,
concentrate.
and the possibility of driving over your car
Yeah.
is a
45.
real possibility. But anyway, we'll see you on the next time.